Got you up to 40.
Okay, how do I sound now? Take mic 1, right 2. Like this is gonna be my normal voice.
Okay, you probably I'm gonna keep you around 40.
Okay then.
All right, mama. Let me get a mic check out of you.
All right,
You could you can move it closer to.
All right, mic check.
Don't say nothing.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh, okay, yeah, you good. I can hear you.
All right, now we
Hold on, you not. One more time, mama.
mic check. 1 2 1 2.
All right, you ain't peeking, but if I need you, Trey, I can't hear you. Why you ain't on? Why you ain't on? Hold on. Yeah, unplug your cable. Plug your cable back in.
I heard it pop.
There you go.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Check.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you at 35.
Check.
All right, let's go.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Listo.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Right
Bring
back
us
with
in,
you.
brother. Bring us in, brother.
With that. Good. Look at that.
That's my dude right there.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Man.
Check it.
Got a special one today, y'all.
Check it. Okay.
Man, where to go with? Where you at?
Oh, he tagged me in something. Tag too, man. Shout out. dude.
Turn him up, man. My God.
Is y'all headphones turned up? No, you want me to turn you more up, Trey?
Nah, we good. We Gucci.
All right. You too loud, mama?
No, I got you.
Auntie, you all right?
All right. All right. All right. When you ready, man?
Listo.
All right. Hey. There we go. Let's go.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all,
Welcome back.
to the Durka Durka Podcast.
Come through, come through, come through. Another huddle up
We in here.
for your mom. I got to watch myself today. I got
He trying to
got
watch his mouth, y'all.
my auntie and I got my mom on her.
He don't want no problems.
I don't want no phone.
Y'all some of the in the room a little bit.
You hear me?
This
You hear me?
TikTok getting 10 minutes of us.
Yeah, man. But we got a special one today. We got something that's near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
My children are gonna be able to look back at this one. So we're gonna make sure we do this one right, man, and get straight into it, man. It's a lot of storytelling.
Yeah.
This is something that I grew up with, hearing about. But today I got the pros on the show that's gonna be able to break it down to us live and direct. But before we start the show, we gotta start the show like we start every show.
Let's go.
Can I get an RIP to my fallen soldiers? RIP to the Kiki.
Kiki.
RIP to the
the
Tomcat. RIP to the Marky D.
D.
And
Yeah.
RIP to the Scooter Boo. Come on now.
That's the first time we did it in unison.
Hey, man, come on, man. Scorpio season, man. Scorpio season.
We in here, though.
We in here, man. We in here, man.
Yeah, shout out to all our fallen soldiers, man. We definitely ain't gonna forget about y'all, man.
You hear me? But y'all make sure y'all go over to that YouTube Durka Durka Podcast page, man. Click like, subscribe. We need all the comments, all the interactions today. You might be going through something similar. So with your loved ones and your family, so this might be the steps that you might need to take to get, some clarification on your end. But without further ado, but most definitely make sure you go to that DM Creations on Instagram. DM Creations. We got Big Go Live, got Dirty D85, DDC4L, OKC gonna get a little bit. We also got Durka Durka Podcast on TikTok. Am I missing anything? Daryl Mitchell on Facebook.
Yeah.
We also going live over there. So y'all make sure y'all tap on in, man. But without further ado,
Hold up.
got my auntie on here.
I'll go ahead and get your go ahead and get your introduction then.
Got my auntie over here. Got Aunt Starla in the building.
Hey.
Got my mama for the first time ever on Durka Durka Podcast.
Yeah, she was on here, but she wasn't on camera though.
Nah,
She wasn't on camera though.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all might have got some behind the scenes of her talking some shiz naive.
Yeah,
But I got my mama next to me, man. And happy birthday to y'all too, man. Well, I got everybody here.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
happy birthday.
Right around the corner. It's about to be Scorpio season for real.
I'm
We got
exit in the building. The Libras is backing out.
Back
You know what
on
I'm
out of
saying?
here.
Backing out.
You
Back
know
on out of here
what
now.
I'm saying?
We
You know
know
what I'm
who's
saying?
coming with their stingers.
I don't,
We
no,
gotta
I don't
back
think
out.
it's. I don't think Libra season over with
It
yet.
ain't
Not
over
over yet,
because
but
it mixes with the Scorpios
With
a
the
little
Scorpio
bit
season.
in
That's what I'm about to
October.
say. I think
Yeah,
it's like the
tipping out.
23rd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
If I'm not
20
Couple
mistaken.
more days.
fifth, I believe.
That's
25th?
it. That's
'Cause I think that's my.
Yeah, we tipping out. We tipping out. It's been a good one.
But yeah, we got Josh in the building already. He said, "Look, I'm peeking. I need to turn my mic down." Josh said, "Yerp."
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, here, man.
Yeah. So yeah. Without further ado, though, man. We're just gonna go ahead and let y'all get into it, man, and just kind of like break it down to us. Exactly what the story is, and
All right. Should I start?
it don't matter.
All right. All right, Nicholas. We know that your name is Nicholas. I'm gonna give you a whole government.
You can get my whole government. I mean, it ain't like the people out here don't know.
They didn't already looked him up on the show.
All right. Nicholas Ian Williams Campbell. And the Williams means that you have two different families that we will never, 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 never forget. And that's why we wanted your name to be Williams, so you can never forget this story that we're about to tell. I got married in 1980. My mother-in-law, Lily Mae Williams Campbell, told me that she was adopted. I found a lot of interest in that. And I asked her because I was trying to have babies and trying to fill out baby books and all that. And I thought, we need this story. So she told me she was adopted, told me that her mother was unalived when she was a little girl, and that really piqued my interest. And I thought, what happened? So I was on a quest from 1980 to start doing that. About 2 years later, I really picked it up and decided we need to figure out what happened. I named Nicholas Williams in the meantime, not to forget this story. However, we didn't know we were going to go on this long journey that we are on now, trying to figure out and add pieces to the puzzle. The only regret I have is that my mother-in-law is not, she's passed on, and she doesn't know the end of the story. But we found, my sister-in-law Starla and I, we found a document that righted a wrong that was 91 years ago.
Wow.
Starla, you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah.
Tell them what happened.
I was thinking about that song that was playing at the intro, Motion. Because
Motion.
that's the thing is going forward. I think the thing for me is I grew up never having a grandmother. Again, as Angie stated, my grandmother was unalive when my mom wasn't even 5 years old. She was a young woman with 5 children. The eldest maybe being about 6 or 7 years old, and the youngest being 11 months old. And I think one of the things that we're learning through this process is do not take anything for granted when it comes to legal documentation, paperwork. We as a people have to be vigilant about dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Don't just throw the Social Security card around or the birth certificate around. Keep it secure. Invest in a safe. You can get them at Walmart for $19. Get them. Put your documents in there, especially considering weather conditions and things of that nature, because it is not going to be easy for the systems and the powers that be, whether it's for medical reasons, tribal reasons, whatever it is that sends you on these quests. It is important to make sure you have all your paperwork and your house in order, because nobody's going to give us anything. But the motion that my grandmother, that I never had the chance to know, and that she ended up giving her life for it, is the reason that we have to keep the motion going. And so for every roadblock that we hit, for every obstacle that they keep throwing in our way, we are going to continue to press on. And I'm grateful that Nicholas has this energy about it. I pray that my child has the energy about it. I'm optimistic that Nicholas's siblings will as well, and then that they can feed that energy and that motion onto their children. Whether me and Danny or Angie ever get to see it through fruition, we are committed to keep going forward. We're doing what we have to do until we won't fight this fight no more. But she was unalived, again, as we stated, and my biological grandmother did not want her grandchildren. Marched them to what I've learned from the Oklahoma Historical Society is there was an orphanage. And when you read about this orphanage, these records sit right here on Northeast 23rd. And again, in the Historical Society, there's a portion for African Americans, Black history here in Oklahoma. We're one of the states that still has at least 12 all Black towns, which is amazing in this day and age. this particular town outside of Muskogee actually had an orphanage, and it was called DB&O, Deaf, Blind, and Orphaned. And believe it or not, the image we have of orphanages in our mind in this day and age is totally different than when you read the history that sits at the Historical Society. My mother told those stories to us about going there. She never said anything egregious or anything bad happened. So when you read it in the history books now, it's just so surreal to me that that's where my mother grew up and experienced adoption, her and her sisters getting adopted by different people, being returned, one not ever getting adopted out. So these are things that, again, through Angie's due diligence, finding paperwork, discovering things that validated my mother's stories that she told us. Again, breaks my heart that my mom doesn't know that we've obtained a copy of her mother's death certificate, that we've obtained a copy of my grandfather, who does, his name is on a tribal roll. He has a tribal number, and the fact that we are listed as descendants of that, so much even that the government has issued a certain amount of monies to my mother and her heirs, and they were getting those, and those things have been validated. But the walk is still not easy for us, even as we get here, trying to make sure that what we're hopefully looking to experience part of our history and culture, that it is obtainable not only just for me, for Danny, for his children, my children, our children's children, but just being part of that history for us.
Hold on, man. We got technical difficulties. All right, TikTok. Y'all heard it. It's the beginning of the story. Y'all make sure y'all go to that Durka Durka Podcast, YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah, keep that rolling though.
That was the end of it.
That's the end of your 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go ahead. That was a good stopping point for them. Now they can go take their ass over there and I can get on Big O.
I did. The camera died. Hold on, man.
Could they still hear the audio?
Why don't you just use your camera?
I'm trying, baby.
I'm trying, baby.
It's all good.
I'm trying, baby.
Even the battle right here in this place and form. Hey, look, but it's all good.
Yeah, shit. Use mamas, and that way we can see what this iPhone look like.
Oh, that's not an iPhone. Y'all ain't got iPhones too. It wasn't charged up.
Oh, I didn't even know you using the app. Shit, I thought that it was streaming straight through there, and then the app is on the computer. That's what I thought. Yeah, see, there you go. Got the video popped up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, brighten that thing on.
We look like black folks.
Got them upstairs.
Got motion.
Yeah, that's a good little hook. Motion.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, my boy Go. It's Go. How's it already know that? It's already put Durka Durka Podcast.
Oh, and I tell you too, I meant to tell you the last time, bro. I was watching my Big O one time, and it had its own
How's it do
caption
that?
on there, and it said Durka Durka Podcast.
Yeah, but how's it do that though?
You already know. We sent the video to AI.
AI.
Ah, bro,
AI's in the building.
that's freaky, bro. I ain't never put no name or nothing on here before. You hear me? Yeah, that look good. That look better.
Oh, great.
Look good. Yeah. Pick up where you left off.
I bumped some.
Auntie, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I bumped something. So ultimately, that's one of the things, is that it's still an extremely, it's a challenge, and that's the reason I thought that motion was really a good word, because we're having to continue to persevere and do that. So much so that we're going back and getting documents. This week was phenomenal. I had the opportunity to petition a judge about a week ago, and we were able to get copies of adoption records and just putting my hands on that, and just being blessed by the opportunity to see something that my mother never did even get to see, a petition or a decree and those types of things. So one of the biggest things I think I'm walking away with, and I know Angie would agree with me, is that we can't stress enough some of the obstacles. The biggest challenge is the paperwork, the paper trail, because some things just simply don't matter. People are in some of these demographics are choosing to negate from things that would normally be satisfactory for other people that we're finding are not satisfactory for us.
Tell them about the state of the document that you picked up on the other day.
The document, my mother's, because she was 12, this was one of 2 or 3 adoptions she experienced, because adoptions do fail. She was 12 though, and one of the documents was falling apart. It was even the clerk of courts had to try to figure out how to manipulate or move the document because the ink was so compromised at the courthouse. Like, it took a minute for them to make enough copies so you could see the state seal. But the paper was already falling apart.
And see, when we think about archiving documents, we think about how they preserve their own documents, right? It's a state agency, yet when you go to archives, you think about it being like between the onion skin paper, right? Your document, your original document being placed between those. And then when they bring it out, they have the little white gloves on and they handle it like that. They handled your mother's adoption decree like it was just a real regular piece of paper.
Because it was
so old.
But it was so old. They said, how old? One of the clerks said to the other clerk, how old is this? And she said it was like a 1930 piece of paper, but maybe around 1940 or so. So it was phenomenal to be in that space. Very phenomenal, but I can't stress that enough. Electronic copies, more than one copy. And I think this is just on my spirit. Another thing that I'm having to experience in this encounter is the names that we are giving our children. Be on purpose about that shit. Like, not about necessarily what you name them, but don't say a name that's not a name. Don't play games with your children's name. Like, make sure that if you're going to put your child in a certain name, that you're keeping up with it, where it came from, documenting that, because that can later come back when your child is trying to take care of business, whether it's a probate, a will. Those are things that really would have been viable, having something to substantiate it, because now the people that need to be there, God forbid they're gone, you are having to try to prove the connectivity or the lineage, and it's predicated based on what name was this, what document that name was on. And so just don't kind of take it for granted. I would never sit and think that it's 60 years.
Because in this case, the mother that was unalived had a daughter, and she named her the same name.
Same name,
right?
like a junior, but no junior. So
right.
They had the exact same name.
Right. And so, like the for example, the Nicholases and Nicholases Juniors and things like that. The same thing.
But for men, you'll put a junior, you'll put a third. In this case, they did not have a third or a junior or anything. So the confliction was, when we're sitting at the table with these people, is they're like, well, this says this, but who is this? Well, which one is this? And I'm like, okay. And as irony would have it, the name posts the situation in itself, because they found themselves in an orphanage, they ended up getting adopted by the people with the same name. So when I say it is just bananas that those were no relations, because at first the perception was, you don't get it because this is an adoption. And I'm like, no. I'm not even talking about that. That's a separate pocket. I'm talking about what happened over here in the blood, like in the mud.
You saying the juniors too might have problems too?
You just want to make sure. One of the biggest things, even for me with my son, he didn't necessarily want to be the second. He wasn't a junior. He was the second. I had that with my grandson right now, and he chooses to leave off the second. And I'm telling him, on everything you do, don't take it, because your birth certificate says the second. So when he's getting a school ID and when he's doing that, he's choosing to leave off the second. He's like, I don't want to be that, but you're going to end up somewhere we're not going to be able to discern you from your father.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm saying that I'm
So you
I'm
telling
experiencing
folks
that
to
now.
use their name.
Yeah, use your name and be on purpose about it. Don't take it like, oh, I'm just gonna leave off that IW in my name. If you sign somewhere with IW Campbell,
Keep it
keep that
consistent.
shit going because it will come back later. Whether it's, whether again it could be anything, property, real estate, and I know you guys are getting ready to get into that because in the end, all this was real estate.
Because I
This
know I
was
use
about
my whole
property.
government.
Yeah,
I
as
ain't
you
got no problem with
should.
that.
I'm purposeful about using my middle initial. It's
I
K.
be leaving mine
Yeah.
off, and I see that I've been messing up.
Mhm, don't
You
do
gotta
it.
gotta include that, brother. It's
Gotta
who you are.
include it. Yeah.
Right. And it
You
happens
are.
with daughters as well. You know,
Right.
like, for example, I got a Clarence as a husband, and then I got a Clarice as a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in the United States Army, and it's like they always call her Clarence. And I can see where her paperwork would get messed up, where, they call her Clarence or write on a document Clarence. You just got to be very purposeful about that.
Making
You don't think about
correct
that
it.
kind of stuff when you're naming children.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Pop and Clarence whenever they was coming up in all of these reports.
Records get crossed all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's very important. I'm just saying, I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm like, my goodness, like, is this thing going to come down to a matter of something as simple as a name? And when everything else is there to substantiate it, but it's how this person chose to write their name on this particular document.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because
That could be a
sometimes,
deal breaker.
yeah, sometimes, back in the day, I used to do birth certificates when I was a hospital employee. And at that time, when I was doing birth certificates, which was about maybe 10, 15 years ago, a mother can put on the birth certificate whatever she wants her child to be. Like, for example, if her name is Bailey, like my last name was, I could put George Washington was my baby. You know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily have to put a father's name, but I can name my baby George Washington if I chose to.
Right.
Back in the day, they didn't have that opportunity to do that. So the father had to sign the birth certificate. Well, what if in Oklahoma, they have common law marriages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so on there. Now you got a child who can't prove that that's my mom because her name was never that.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
see how deep it gets. And
Yeah.
so we have situations like that, but you don't ever know that it's going to be a situation until you go to do something legally. And they
Right.
go, that ain't you.
Right,
You gotta
because
prove
you
that
don't
that's
have a marriage certificate. You don't have,
Exactly.
and that's the trick about common law. Like, I don't know, because they would have that issue when it comes to property. They
Right.
choose like, oh, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna procreate, we're gonna shack, and we're gonna put no ring on it. But then somebody after 20, 30, 40 years you in it, and then they die, and then you trying to prove that you is who you say you is, because you done built into this home too, and you don't have anything to substantiate that, because technically, because y'all been living together, you don't have a marriage certificate. You don't have anything but your word to account for that this has been a union that we chose to recognize. So common law is not in all 50 states, but this is one of those states that has it. And then you have to try to substantiate what that was at that time. So I have no divorce decree because for all intents and purposes, you don't have to get married with common law. And I don't know if you guys know that, but if you're living with someone and you may not even call it that, we just booed up. But if you all decide to break up, you still have to get a divorce in common law. And you don't have to
Wow.
get married, but you have to get a divorce.
Oh, yeah, you
I
have
know
to
some
have
people
it.
that's been common law married right now.
Long time, right? And there's no paper between them. I don't need no paper and all of this new synergy, and that's great. But you're gonna be looking like a boo boo the fool when it comes time to. I want to make burial arrangements. I need to get this life insurance for the kid. And I know it has came up because even with the passing of Tomcat, his 3 children have to prove their mothers, the children who are left now with their mothers, live with their moms. Before they can even get his life insurance, the mothers have to get lawyers involved to prove that they have custody of their children.
Wow.
Yeah. And
So they have to prove that they have guardianship of them because they can't even get that benefit. So until those kids will either not get any payout or they will have to wait until they're 18 or 21, whichever one of the life insurance company says before. Because if their mothers try to get that money before then, they have to expense the fact that they have to prove that their guardianship of those children.
Wow.
Right. And so that's why I said it's important about names. It's important about dotting your I's, crossing your T's, and having all those kinds of things worked out. And so common law can kind of come back and bite you if you just post it up and you don't have anything to substantiate that. But yeah, that's kind of the thing.
See, y'all, it all comes full circle.
Yeah.
We back here talking about marriage again.
So the story again was about real estate, and in the end, we just kind of want to focus on, and that was the biggest thing, is because we're still in pursuit of it, and we don't want to compromise that. So that's why we're not disclosing. We're on a track as far as tribal benefits are concerned.
Me, it's being very vague, and it's a lot of information coming in, and everybody knows what's going on.
Okay,
But that's why you need to tell the story.
Okay.
Me, honestly, I think you can tell them the full story and not offend any of those people up there, but so that people can understand what the hell's going on. But we're giving them a lot of
information.
info.
So what we're trying to get is tribal benefits, and that may not matter to a lot of people, but in Oklahoma, that's deal breaker stuff, and it's deal breaker no matter where you live. But the tribes have a lot of flex here in this particular state. And so in our quest for tribal benefits, we are having to go through the mountain and through the woods. While we have some phenomenal substantiating documents, we have things that tribes, that they would leave. There's things that are proof of death and heirship. There are documents that are actually from the Bureau of Indian Affairs that substantiate that my mother and her siblings all were benefactors of over $500,000. Now, let's be practical. Who's going to be giving out money from anybody of government to anybody without doing their due diligence? We all know that doesn't work that way. But what we've ran into is tribes trump in this state almost are, it's not like I can say, well, let me go to the federal government or the Oklahoma Supreme Court and they're going to do it, because they're sovereign. They don't have to be, or they can't have that government oversight. So it ain't like I can run and tell the principal that they're not playing fair. And so we're just having to do a lot of things to try to do what we can for benefit. And it is very disheartening, right? Because the offense was back over property. And that was how we got in our situation. My grandmother did not want to forego land that had been given to her as her tribal right. And she subsequently was unalived because of that. And we're still trying to, on her death certificate, it says she was thrown from a moving vehicle and broke her neck. And then her small children were all put in an orphanage. And here we are, that was 1933.
Orphanage by their grandmother.
By their biological grandmother, who did not want them. And out of their aunties and uncles, other family members, my grandmother was the only one that had children. Her siblings did not have any children. She was the only one that had children. She was the only one that didn't want to forego her land that she would have been allotted. And it's probably because she wanted it for her children, right? And so here we are, her children's children. Right. And we are still having to go to hell and back just to try to get it, And we're not trying to get even the land. We're just simply saying we're rightful heirs to it, that there was some benefit for it.
Speaking of the land, does it kind of describe where the land might be and how much it was, or any of that information?
That's going to be okay. Because it's going to disclose where we are.
Or do we even know the vicinity of where that land might be?
We do. We got a plat of it. Your girl right here got it. She's been to the land office. She has a plot. She knows how many acres and all that, but that's going to be a dead giveaway.
Can you speak about that, or is that no?
Well, we don't want to tell where we are because that's going to disclose what we're talking about.
Yeah, but it was a substantial amount, and that brings me to the point where like people now, substantial was over 100 and something
acres.
No shit.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
So let me paint this picture for you.
Wait a minute.
Let me paint this picture for you, because what we talk about in 2024 is you see a lot of TikToks, you see a lot of posters about all these people.
That's $1 million.
We just said that. I mean, and what we're talking about nowadays is that we have a lot of families, a lot of black families in particular, that are building these compounds. You've seen that? You've seen that where they buy a lot of land and they put multiple houses. Like my family, for example, we got 4 children, so we put like 6 houses maybe, and we're all on the block. We spin the block and see brothers and sisters, and they own separate houses. And so that's what it was like, I would imagine, back in the day in 1933. They were allotted a lot of land, right? And then they all had their own separate houses. They all had their separate plot of land. And I believe that a development came through and said, hey, listen, we're going to buy this land. We're going to buy this land, which is your great-grandmother said, no, I'm not selling. I'm not selling my land. I have children, and I'm anchored here. And no, I'm not selling. Her mother, on the other hand, and which, let's be fair, they called her Black Widow. They called her that. They called her mother Black Widow.
Why is that?
You know how Jamie Foxx say, she ain't messing with no broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
No
her.
broke brother.
Yeah. And so she was out there and she was busy, and so when the well dried up, she moved on. And so her daughter didn't want to sell her land, so they basically unalived her for it. I believe that's what my mother-in-law believed.
Yeah.
And that's the story that we're trying to pursue, is we're trying to get to the end of that. But I'm thinking in nowadays terms that when we talk about these compounds, that's why we feel like it's so strong that you get your paperwork in order, you get your land deeds, you get it so fixed and so tight that won't nobody be able to unalive you, and then all of a sudden you just disappeared. My whole passion about the whole situation is that they tried to erase.
They did erase her.
They tried. No, they
tried
didn't,
to.
because we found paperwork.
Yeah, she's there.
She's there.
That's
She's
why.
there. And so
That's why we
the
took them
paper
pictures.
was
She's
so crumbly,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just 1930s that the paperwork was so crumbly for the adoption degree, but it did say what we needed it to say. And so
Amen.
we are going back in time and putting the pieces together.
That's it.
Because we need to. And we need to
We all
because
know
the
that.
same reason why Nicholas has Nicholas Ian Williams Campbell in his name is because we need to tell this story, a story of a mother that had 5 children, and they wanted to erase her. They wanted to just disappear her.
They did.
She
And
did
they
not.
disappeared her kids.
Well, it's our job to find out what happened and to tell that story, and that's the mission we on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and while we talking about this, just for you folks that's listening, man, document your elders.
Yeah.
Y'all got technology now that we didn't have. I got video of my mama talking about this, and man,
Can they go and look at that on YouTube?
I got it hidden.
Oh, okay.
I got it hidden. It's just for family.
Mm.
It's just for family.
And quick question. Was it, how come grandma didn't pursue this? Was this something that she was going to be in danger of?
Didn't got time. Didn't have time.
Yeah.
Got a family.
Well, it's hurtful. It's hurtful also because when I ask her, to tell me a story, because I'm getting information for baby books and things like that, I could visibly see that it was hurtful. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine your grandmother
You reliving that
your
story in your
grandmother.
head.
marching you down to the orphanage,
Yeah,
and then you've been
Multiple
adopted
times.
multiple times until they took her in.
They
Yeah.
took all of them in. And
Yeah.
the 11-month-old, there are children, if you go to the Historical Society of Oklahoma, there is, for the children that died at the orphanage, they're in unmarked graves. Right now it's like a cow pasture, but they know the children are buried out there. And I believe that's where my 11-month-old uncle, Theodore, is buried, because he did not ever get adopted. He died at 11
died.
months
He
old.
died in infancy.
Now, my mother was also very heavy in her trauma because she did not know where my grandmother was buried. She was like, I don't know where she is. So part of that, Nicholas, is that, for one, you just got to find the muster up. Trauma sometimes shows up different. Like, do I want to dig that thing? But also, I think some of it, I've expressed that it probably would have been different. But as opportunities and rights manifested themselves here, and all these things that we see in the education and the medical, she's kind of removed because she's with me in Florida. So we're not seeing the transition that's starting taking place as we get into the 2000s and all of that. Because she's very much alive. She's having conversations with her. She's having conversations with us. We're videotaping her. But she's not here to kind of get in the trenches. So she could only get as far as she could get. Yeah. And so...
Before she got past the torch.
Yeah, and then so that was it. So she shared what she shared, and we know that. But some of the things that are still evolving themselves, they're still in litigation in different places about it. Every trial is going through something different. She just was not able to be here as we're still making those strides, because we're not the only one.
And
But
she did make efforts to.
Yeah, she made efforts.
even to
unseal
her
her
adoption records.
Right.
She couldn't do that because Starla had to go to a judge and stand before a judge and say, "Listen, I want my mother's records unsealed." She had to petition the court to do that, which happened a couple of weeks ago. When she petitioned the court to do that, they said, "We give you a permission, but we only giving you permission for what, 5-10 days?
5 days.
5 days, and you have to come get
You
these
know,
records within these 5
5
days
days.
before we seal them again."
Back up. And I think that
You
this
get to
is
take a
why
look.
it's so profound about favor, right? Because these are places that I frequent in my job, right? And so it's just knowing people. And so all of it is working for the good. All of it is working for the good, because I know how to go in front of judges, talk to the judge. This is what I want. I'm calling because I also think...
But that's
I'm
a blessing.
Amen.
A lot of people don't know how to
know
do that shit.
Right. And I'm also pursuing the fact that in 1908, because no matter where they were born, this state started recording births. And I'm also on a quest to get her original birth certificate prior to the adoption. And I believe in God that that's going to happen as well, because that's still something else we need. We can see birth certificates, death certificates, and things like that. But all I'm saying is in the end, you got to keep the motion going. There are going to be obstacles. I think we got this. Recently or more currently, people are just not as diligent about doing things. But this is something somebody gave their life for. And even if I never knew my grandma, I know that she gave her life for it. And so that's the least I can do, is to give a damn about it and try to see it through.
But, man, honestly, it's a blessing that you're in the profession that you're in, because you're in the courts all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was about to ask. Is it more difficult, you saying, you being there actually, like, people ain't going to be able to get those documents as fast just because you knowing somebody?
It's not even that. She knows the system. She's used to standing there. She's used to being asked questions that you might not feel like, why are you asking me that? You the black in you might come out.
Yeah,
but she's used to all of it.
Yeah.
She's used to standing in front of a judge, addressing the judge, answering the judge's questions. She's used to all of that. A lot of people can't do that shit.
She got that courtroom etiquette.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a blessing about the favor of where God can have you. And so we can't not do this thing. You understand? That's all I'm saying, is we cannot not do it. And it is anything that you have is worth fighting for. If it's worth having, it's worth fighting for. And I think that's my prayer. If I leave here today and I don't get to finish it, that my nephews, my nieces, my daughter, even my own grandkids, like, keep fighting the good fight. You know, keep pressing, because my grandmother that me and Danny never got the chance to know. She doesn't even know anything about us unless it's just on the other side of glory. That this, I'm hoping and praying. I know in my heart she's proud. She's proud to see what we're doing. I know my mama is proud to see what we do. I was shaking when I was holding those papers for a minute, and I think that lady, she could see, because at first she's kind of reserved, like, which document you want. And I'm looking at it, and then I said, can I just see this one? And then she's kind of like, and then I said, can I see this one? And I realized that was my mama's life, and it was 4 pieces of paper. And I was shaking when I was holding it, and then I think she just picked up on my spirit that, like, this is my mama. And then she said, here, she said, let me try to make you copies. I said, I want certified copies of all of it too. And so she said, man, this is so, and people started walking up looking at the paper like, my God, how old is it? Because its pieces missing. What can we do? Because it's compromised. It's dated, but it's brown. It's old. And it's just her little life in 4 pieces of paper.
And just think, man, if we went, if you weren't here, if I went another 10 years, that might not be there no more.
Yeah. Right. So I couldn't text her quick enough before she could even get down there to me. I was like, I'm finished. I'm done, man. And oh my God. And just, yeah, it still gets me. And I'm feeling that way, just learning that it wasn't, we were trying not to be offensive when we was calling the deaf and blind. I was like, no, that's the real name. The Historical Society has a record of that right there on 23rd. I'm like, so there's parts of your grandmother right there in that historical building. That's a whole section dedicated to our people, Yeah. So it's just, dot your I's, cross your T's. We wanted you to get that. And I want to say this. This is the prelude to it. We're going to come back once we secure that bag and our testimony, and we get it full, and you'll get a 2-hour, nothing but full, unfiltered Durka Durka, where we won't be so reserved in what we're saying right now. But because we know that there's various forms of litigation going on and things of that nature, I'm just telling them that we're going to still move in as much discretion as necessary until we get this bag.
Can we also speak about the lineage? Like, can we talk about Joe Hutton? You know what I'm saying? Does this correlate with that?
Well, yes, part of it, but I think we're just trying to be more discreet about our names and what we're doing, because we never know, because it is a public forum. But even that, when you talk about the communities, right? I mean, we had our own community, right? Because it was a town in itself, and I noticed that town I don't even think exists anymore.
No more.
Exactly. And so that's
parts of it.
But again, so yeah, that's who we are, and again, that's what we're trying to. But I definitely think there's something else out there. I don't think that the trouble that we're getting or the resistance is for nothing. I think that there's something else going on. There's bigger things at play.
And with that, with that being said, I know we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But as I was speaking about the compounds, make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T, because that's the quick thing to do right now, that everybody wants to be on the compounds. It looks cute. It looks good. Oh, we family, and we just got this big property, this big anchored off property. But what if somebody dies within that circle? You know what I mean? With all those 10 houses that you got on that property.
Mm-hmm.
And what if somebody says, a development comes through and say, I want to buy this property. And so one of them want to sell and the rest of them don't. Then we got the stuff that we talking about where we have people being unalived and people stealing property.
Yeah,
Because it
gets
happens.
really
I mean, we talk.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. Exactly.
And they
what happened.
disappeared her.
So when you
Mhm.
thinking about these modern day things, these modern day compounds and these things like that, make sure you do your due diligence and record your documents.
right. And have
Because
some
when in real
understanding.
estate, and I know Isha is coming up next, and she can speak to this. The first thing in real estate, the first law we learned in real estate is the first person that goes to the courthouse
Put that mic in for
and records the document. That's the person that got the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Well,
gotta
that's
record
what
it.
happened.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what
That's
happened.
what happened.
Yeah.
And that's why who's got a birth certificate? On one hand, the birth certificate says unknown mother. How
Right.
did any of us get here without a mama?
Mama.
Right?
Right.
So we know that there's other powers at play, right? And
Right.
then at the same time, then you come back and say, well, now prove. I see your mama's name on your document, but can you prove that that's really, like, who's going to play with a birth certificate?
Certificate.
And
Right.
now you telling me my birth certificate
Right.
ain't what it ain't because I can't show you nothing else with that name on.
Right.
You know, like crazy.
Is the birth certificate worth something too?
It might be.
It might be. We don't know.
That's what I've been seeing, like on some
We don't know.
videos and places. They saying like you can.
The thing that drives me crazy since I ever heard the story as a child is that my mother's grandmother took her and her sisters to an orphanage
Yeah, that's crazy.
multiple times
Until they
until
get
she
sick.
could get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She said she didn't want them.
She didn't want them.
Mm-mm.
And they got adopted. So that means me and Starla have a whole, and we know the family.
Mhm.
We know the family, but we don't know them.
Mhm.
We know they exist in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole clan of them. And we're blood relatives. And I don't know them.
My history
It-
is with my adopted people because
Right.
those are the people that
Right.
were
They
babysitting me, and that's what we call
right.
aunt and everything.
Right.
But there's history there. Not that I'm
Right.
discounting that. That's
Right.
who I know and love. But there's a
Right.
whole nother blood.
It's
What
in
area?
Tulsa.
We did. We said Tulsa.
It's Tulsa.
Mhm.
It's Tulsa, Sapulpa,
Oh,
Eufaula, Muskogee.
They just
Yeah.
can't say the
Right.
name.
Right. That's where the communities were.
Yeah, that's where they are.
And what pisses and it pisses me off right now is that my mother and her sisters, her three sisters, it's four of them. Man, they got dumped by their fucking grandmother.
Mhm.
Their grandmother dumped them. Man, I just can't. And I got a video of my mother saying that her sister told her one of the people that adopted her were in Tulsa, and she's walking down the street, and the woman walks past and say, "That's one of my sister's kids,"
She already
and
knew.
keeps walking.
Mhm.
While
I
they
mean,
was
that
young?
shit is mind fucking boggling.
While you was young, or
Right. Yeah, when they
Yeah.
was little. And
She's
then
baby. She's with her adopted
parents.
parents walking down the street.
they
And
know.
she and
They know.
And her
They-
aunt recognized
Her
her.
her aunt
and said,
recognized
That's my
her.
little.
She
That's
said,
my
that's one of my.
Yeah,
Right.
doesn't
that's
matter.
where the hate was there back in the day. so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
too late.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amongst them, their own people and their
Yeah.
own kind. And then what's bananas is each one of them gets adopted out by somebody separate. So I
Right.
think that I get it. I know where Danny's hurt is. It is mind blowing. But I think my mind blown part comes in the victory and the fact that the four of them found each other. The oldest one went back looking for her siblings, right?
Right,
Because they
right.
got adopted, and every
Right.
time, I don't know if anybody knows this is from a child welfare expert perspective. I have kids that I knew who they were when they were on my caseload. By the time it finished, their names had completely been erased. The adopted people didn't keep
Right.
a first or last or
Right.
nothing. They
Right.
completely changed their
Right.
name. And those kids got families somewhere walking around here. Those mothers don't know what their kid's name is because it ain't what it was before they were taken into custody, right? And so that's why I said it's so God, this whole adoption thing, the fact that they found each other or stayed within community. 2 of the sisters ended up getting adopted a couple of times, but by brothers, and it made them cousins and sisters, so they got to stay connected. The younger one got adopted quick, had a good family, and then the older one, it took them a while because people don't want the older kid for her to get adopted, but she went out, did what she did, and I think the place where I find peace is that each one of these 4 women, in spite of their grandma not wanting them, in spite of their mama getting unalived, and they daddy abandoning them.
Well, now I was fixing to bring that up. It ain't just grandma.
Yeah, they daddy abandoned them.
Dad stabbed somebody, thought he killed them,
and he abandoned
and ran,
left them,
and left them.
Right, they could have been shitty to us all that way, and they each one of them went on. 2 of them, the first 2, my mama and my aunt, went on to be first part of African American nurses, and I think they learned some of that skill set at the Deaf and Blind. They went on to become nurses here. Some of the first African American nurses. Another one ran away at 12 or 13 years old, went to Chicago with nothing, and ended up owning a business, working for the post office. And then another one ended up going to Florida young, had a couple of kids, and owned business, worked for somewhere. All of them ended up prospering. So how the hell we get up here and turn around and want to be chicken shit when things get difficult, when we came from some powerful, dynamic women, because they had every excuse to turn out to be shit, and they didn't. So I think that in spite of what they meant for they bad, it worked for they good. They definitely did. And so the least we can do, that's why I say, you can keep saying, no, this ain't enough. You need to get this. You need to dot that I, cross that T, go over that hill, come down that tree, turn around and do that. All is well. We're going to keep on doing that because y'all done did that enough. They done got done bad enough. But we ain't made like them. We here.
So what she's saying, y'all, is put your lazy up.
Yeah.
Get up there and handle your business. Because if not, they going to handle it for you.
They not like us. For sure. And so we're going to come back.
We need this. We need a not so. It felt like it was rushed, and y'all need these stories, man.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's a long story.
It's a long story.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's crazier than anything you can watch in a damn movie. Yeah. That man, their father, stabbed a man, ran, ended up in California, and actually killed somebody.
And then had a whole nother family. And then there's a son out there with him, of course, maybe not living or dead now. And then even on his obituary, didn't acknowledge these 5 kids he had here. Like they didn't exist.
It's crazy. It's
bananas.
Nuts. Yes.
It's bananas. So we're excited about our future.
I mean, well, that's what we're saying. We're just saying that you need to ask your grandmas. You need to ask your mamas.
You need to
fill out that family tree.
Yeah,
I mean,
some of y'all probably got crazier stories than we got.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because in Oklahoma, you'll go to school with somebody. I know that's happened. That's been true for our children, for Nicholas. Because I was going down the street one day and I was in a gas station, pulled in the gas station, and thought I saw a ghost because my nephew was driving a car, and I thought, God dang, that boy looked just like my babies. You know what I'm saying? And I got to talking to this person and that person. Come to find out it was one of my darn babies. It's my nephew that I never knew I had. The boy was old enough to drive. And so in Oklahoma, you might got a whole bunch of real. I mean, I never knew I'm talking about Eric. You know, and I never knew he was my nephew until he was at least 18 years old. And y'all went to school. They went to school together all this time. That's crazy. Yeah. You know, and so talk to your people. Yeah. That's how people end up getting married to cousins and stuff.
I met one of my cousins on Match.com. Honest to God, just recently. And he was like, oh, you may be my cousin. And I said, probably not. He's like, well, then how did you end up here from Florida? And I said, well, my mom was born in da-da-da. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, yeah, my great-grandfather. I started naming a little bit of my tree. He's like, yeah. I get up, go look at the Indian roll, right? I get up, go to the table. I see my great-grandfather on there, and his grandma is like the oldest, is older than their brothers and sisters.
Right. There you go.
We're not just distant people. Our grandparents is fucking brothers and sisters. So, I mean, luckily, he's like, yeah, you spoke kind of well. I should have known that you were, you know, but in the end, it was just the thing that had it been more than just a phone conversation, But again, that can happen anywhere. So we're just, I
Kissing
think when
cousins.
you say
She
about
said not on Match.
Match. Yeah. Match just got the plug. I'm just saying for you when you say carry the ball, it's nothing wrong. I think that's why I'm so big about, since I'm back here at home, about spending that time, the fellowship, the kids knowing, that I need those babies in Cali to know who I am. I need, your kids need to know who's who and the cousins and all of that, because somebody has to give a damn about the fact. I got other nephews and nieces, but I'm not having an opportunity to fellowship with them. But we should care about it. Because if not us, then who?
Yeah, that is how family dynamics is.
And before you know it, it dwindles out.
Yeah.
So we're excited about the future. Me and Angie are still on the job. Yeah, we on the job still. We on the grind. We're gonna continue. I'm still on the quest to try to get the original birth certificate before any adoption manifested itself, and it is gonna be what it's gonna be. We still victorious, but we're gonna continue to exhaust it till it ain't nothing else anymore. And then we're gonna come back with the conclusion of it, and then we'll be able to disclose more. More than that, it was more than 100.
Art2o coming up, y'all.
It was more than 100.
I think the paper said 180.
180. Almost 200.
Art2o coming up, y'all.
Say 180 acres, because it sounds better.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It sounds like
property,
that.
Bruh.
It is a lot. That's your 100 acres and a mule right there.
Almost 200 acres. That's why it was worth
Damn.
doing. Anyway.
All right, man. As y'all can see, man. Thank y'all for coming again, man. Y'all always bringing the dopeness to the building, man. Even though it's y'all building.
Stay and then breaking down some knowledge that we all need. So stay tuned, y'all. We're just gonna go ahead and switch on over and rearrange things a little bit.
Let's go.
Caps on the internet trying to send a thread. We ain't into that, nigga. Boy, you all cap. And your feelings about the little trick there. You better get the bitch, nigga. I got 2 straps in the backpack, 9mm and 9 inches of dick. Digging your bitch. And if you get out of line, headshot splitting your shit. DIKE. Damn, I'm killing everything on sight. Bitch on my tip and I'm what she like. But that's just for tonight. Way too player. Girl, ain't no feelings in here. I run the town like the mayor. Got the key to the city. So if you get greedy, got niggas that sweep up your street with the sprayer. Yeah, niggas be talking. Bitches be talking, they don't know nothing. You with the gossip, let them keep talking. We getting money. Got the pocket rocket in the party. Acting dumb, then I'ma get retarded. Me and Young Vic been so 100, and we ain't done, bitch. We just getting started.
Rub with a bitch, rap nigga, no dyke. I make a pussy nigga back, fall back. I take a nigga bitch, I been doing all things. When I'm done, I'll probably give her back. Niggas be talking like this, talking like that, no facts. Many niggas all cap. Niggas be talking like this, talking like that, no facts. Many niggas all cap. Walk in the club with a bitch, rap nigga, no dyke. I make a pussy nigga back, fall back. I'll take a nigga bitch, have her doing all things. When I'm done, I'll probably give her back. Niggas be talking like this and talking like that, no facts. Many niggas all cap. Niggas be talking like this and talking like that, no facts. Many niggas all cap.
And we are Leverage Entertainment.
That's probably what y'all was smoking at the club that night. Yeah. It was at the block. I said, really? On the public sidewalk? Really? It's always some mad bitches.
Hey. Mary Marie. Yeah. Hey. Ain't know what time it is. Yeah. Lego. Hey. I got some bad bitches with me, yeah, we sitting pretty. Ayy, thinking about our next move and how we finna get it. Ayy, lighten up your bitty if you think we ain't just with it. Taking shit from the neck up, a bunch of wild bitches. We really pack them guns cause we came from the bottom. So watch your mouth heal before I really set it off. You're pressing on the gas since you really think I'm soft. I pay no never mind to the bullshit that you own. Did I forget to mention that the clip come with extensions? So back the fuck up on me before I really have to talk shit. You're stepping with gorillas so you know we go for throttle. Your bitches be so mad that they can't pay for a bottle. Hey, some mad bitches all up in there. Hey, some mad bitches all up in there. I said it's mad bitches all up in there. I see some mad bitches all up in there. It's some mad bitches all up in there. Hey, it's some mad bitches all up in there. Hey, it's some mad bitches all up in there. Say it's some mad bitches all up in there. Don't speak on my name if you don't don't know what you talking about. Them bitches be so mad, cause I make them bitches walk it out. If it ain't about money, then them bitches need to shut their mouth. Deuce is my ear, so you know I'm finna show out. Ayy, deuce in my purse, so you know I had this bitch out. Ayy, focus on me, baby, cause you know I am the shit now. Bad bitches with me, baby, and they really tryna get down. Loosely with me, baby, and I'm aiming for your shit now. You know I am the hottest, and you know I go retarded. So gonna check the score, cause you know I really got it. You know I'm running numbers, why the fuck you bitches want it? I told you I'm the hottest, so you know them bitches stunning. Yeah. Some mad bitches all up in there. Hey, it's some mad bitches all up in there. I said it's mad bitches all up in there. I see some mad bitches all up in there. It's some mad bitches all up in there. Hey, it's some mad bitches all up in there. Hey, it's some mad bitches all up in there. Say it's some mad bitches all up in there.
Girl, tell me what you doing with it. Cause right now, baby, you can get it. I know just what you've been missing. In your mind, you got agendas hidden. You giving signs you wanting my attention. Give me a taste, girl, is it finger licking? I'm trying to have you in position switching. All to myself, don't give me no condition. But they got that glare, look at the way it glisten. Taking shots at Jack, you got a nigga drifting. Booty look so good, look at the way it's sitting. The way she moving look just like a vixen. She got my mind all in a tangle twisted. When I tell her what to do, she listen. I serve her to her, give her all the fixings. Diving all up in the pool, I'm swimming. They gon' tell me what you doing with it. Cause right now, baby, you can get it. I know just what you've been missing. In your mind, you got agendas hidden. You giving signs you wanting my attention. Give me a taste, girl, is it finger licking? I'm trying to have you in position switching. All to myself, don't give me no condition. I told her.
Mic check.
You got agendas hidden. You giving signs you wanting my attention. Give me a taste, girl, is it finger licking? I'm trying to have you in position switching. All to myself, don't give me no condition.
White double. I don't know nobody. Might step in a function. I ain't trusting that nigga for nothing. A lot of pussies that's bumping they gums in. I get tired of motherfuckers frontin'. Small salt, these niggas never on nothing. See me, I ain't never for bluffing. Don't bank shit, but I ain't simply like roughing. And I've been through this life of combustion. What the boy say, he ain't really gon' dump it. Better yet, he gon' bub it and gump it. Sit there confused while I ain't sitting there trumpet. Like it is what it is, nigga, fuck it. If we trippin', don't walk up like cousin. Talk big B's, bitch, I'm trying to be something. I ain't bound to get more fucking money. No fast lane, but I let it stay rushing. Had to get to the chicken like dumplings. Who the fuck that? I let it start crushing. Hey, flex when they free up clutch. And gang get together, that's how niggas start buzzing. So white up who love that they love it. White up who love that they love it. Better turn it up, hey. Lit like Relo. Cause your hoes stay flush. Hey, lit like Relo. When this shit drop, better echo. Tryna feed my dogs like Petco. Blunt full of petrol. Then that nigga neck like Strepto. Game in a hold, I can't let go. Still fucking with the let go. That's my block, I can't let go. I know that it's levels. I run with some rebels. Then dance with some devils. Battle my demons, so blessed to be breathing. I'm here for a reason. The purpose divine. I know they see it.
Hey, okay. We in the game.
72 people up in there. Had to mute the mic so y'all couldn't, cause they like to catch us off guard with this bull. We ready though. Welcome back for the short break, y'all. Y'all be enjoying the OKC playlist that we be putting on, man. It be all Oklahoma music we be trying to put out there, still showing our Art2o side of it, you know. Just basically, look, she trying to figure it out, y'all. She like, what the hell, man?
I got it. We good.
Hey, no, I didn't want to put no pressure. Ain't no pressure like that, man. Ain't none at all. I'm gonna unmute y'all mic too, so. Okay, Pops and I'm gonna turn it down though. Do you think? All right. All right, welcome back to the From the Short Break. Like I said, we got Isha Boo in the building. I'm gonna clap it up one more time for her. Y'all didn't know, man. This sis right here, man. This is one of our sisters right here, man. Right. So, man, this is like another home show. As y'all seen, Mama and Auntie left, now sis in the building, and we got we having a family reunion up in this Jaws. We got a whole lot to discuss, man. Still, just because we always running out of time on here. The show seems like it's just getting bigger and bigger as we moving on what we doing, man, running out of time. It's like I said, because you see that first episode is just doing this damn thing, man. I mean, the people is asking for more already. But we definitely going to give y'all some of this because of, man, I see y'all appreciate you, Big O, man. They showing the love right now, sending the stuff in, man. They on it, man. They on it, man. We're going to jump right into it, though, man. I know I put on the flyer, Isha Boo. I was going to get your permission, but I said, man, she can't trip on that, man. That's how we know her, man.
I ain't tripping. That's the only ones that call me that, too. Yeah. The only ones.
So you know then.
Yep. I know.
It's all family that
I
what we
thought
said.
it was ESHA. It's
I always spell the ISH. I always spell the ISHA.
Yeah.
I think whenever we was in the click days, we had it floating around with the ISHA too. Yeah, it was just
responsible for like 90% of our parties in high school.
Man, I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna bring that up too.
90.
Yeah.
Not 90.
I mean, cause you had the spot, you know, and the parents was cool, you know. Yeah. Mama was dope, you know, around there. She was.
I ran into one of them invitations the other day actually, and it was like, come kick it with us.
Yeah, some old school shit.
Yeah, we had a little name to it and everything. I wish I could remember what the name was. I was like, oh wow, we really used to be kicking it back then.
Yeah, we was trying to get out there. It was the time before social media, y'all. So yeah. I was having a conversation, you know, with somebody the other night, trying to tell them, you know, just on the gist of getting to know people, you know, pre-social media. Yeah. Like that's what I'm still used to. Right. And that's how I do business with people still. I mean, I still reach out to people on social media and all that stuff, but I don't live there. You know, if you want to kick it with me, man, you know, you got to get in touch with me. Yeah. You got to use that phone just for the get in touch part. Right. Don't abuse it.
Do not abuse it. Yeah. Text me. Look,
we got Desiree in the building. She said, "Okay, Isha Boo." Okay. And we got William Spigner in the building. That's Baby Oily, what we call him. He said we having a family reunion in here.
You already know, man. But yeah, we was gonna. I did want to touch on the parties, man, just because it was one of them ones that had to remember. And this ain't no shots at nobody. You know, the bad decisions that we made as children. You know, just trying to figure it out. This ain't nothing on that, man. We was just trying to kick it, and we had a place to do it. And we definitely wanted to say thank you if we didn't say before.
Fighting all in the yard.
Yeah,
Never got an
man.
apology. Not them, somebody else.
I'm
somebody
so
else.
no, it wasn't us, but I'm gonna
wasn't
say
y'all.
sorry for them folks
Right.
that was doing that
I'm
stuff.
like, it used to be a lot. Back then, I'm sure they're so grateful that social media wasn't around.
Yeah,
Because, boy.
we probably would have been in the gym there or something somewhere,
Yeah.
man, doing all that because they would have had a paper trail then.
For sure.
That's why I said I'm glad that we grew up in that era and actually was able to get outside and get to know each other on the different part, man. So that's why I say I give you the name, or I don't know if I was the one to give you the Isha name, Isha Boo, man. It was just one of the ones that was just floating around, shit.
Right.
You
And
know.
I just started answering to it, really, so.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just a homely name I made the flyer with. It wasn't no jabs or nothing, but she is all professional, y'all. She is going by what now?
Aisha Larkport.
And she out here doing her major things. I mean, I tell you, the folks across the street that seen her pull up in the yard, man, they probably over there like, well, we got a celebrity up in this month. G-Wagon up in this month. Shit. Beyonce's sister came up in this month. I thought it was Solange. They don't distinguish that. Is that just me? Oh, okay,
they
that's
do.
me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's usually Solange, too, more than Beyonce.
Yeah, I can see that. That's why I said I can see it.
I follow her, too, and sometimes she get an angle, and I be like, damn, I should repost this.
Say this is me, y'all. She out here, she your double. That's probably what did happen. They took some
Where
of
you
your
at,
DNA.
cousin? Talk about looking familiar, people looking like you. Like everybody got a twin somewhere.
Yeah, so we need to seek those folks out because we need some of them coins.
Right.
But getting into what you do, man, let's go ahead and break them off. I know they know you around the city as the I'm gonna say the top real estate agent in the city, in the state, I say.
Damn right. Just put a stamp.
I'm gonna put a stamp on it, man. You know, everybody know that they gotta come see her if they want to get on some real shit, man. Cause you didn't like elevate it. Like, I mean, it looked kind of fast to us, but I know it took some time for you, and the process was a lot. How did it get you? Like, what made you want to get into it? Let's start there.
A lot of people probably already heard this story too. Even then, my husband's like, "Quit telling that story."
No, we gotta hear it.
That's really true. I'm like, my parents were looking for a home when I was young.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the realtor just looked like she was living their life. I'm telling you, she was dressed real nice. I think she may have just retired from real estate. She was a old head too, old school. But I don't know. I just kind of laughed. I was like, man, what is this? Because learning yourself when you're growing up, you're like, I really want a job where I'm not in the office all day looking out the window. I want to be outside. I want to kind of have some flexibility in my schedule. And then from there, I really just started reading up on it and, like, what is this and how does it work? And, I was an avid reader as a kid, so I read a lot up on it. I mean, I was like a little,
a niche nerd.
Right. I was like looking at houses like, oh, this is overpriced, and I'm 9, so. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of fell in love with it from there, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to pursue this for me.
Is it hard like everybody's making it seem like to get into, or is it as easy like with them videos they putting on your Instagram?
Right.
And all you gotta do is this.
Now I'll say this: I was licensed in 2009. Okay, we was coming kind of off a crash. Obama money was giving people $8,000, like begging to buy a house almost. Tax credits and stuff like that was floating around.
Yeah.
Things are like unheard of right now in this market. But for a realtor, it is easy to get in. That's actually the most shocking thing about this industry. Getting into real estate is easy. Staying in real estate is what makes it hard. I think any business, has a high percentage to fail in the first 2 years. You really got to work it. I mean, no matter what you decide to do, you really, really got to work it. Yeah. So being a realtor is essentially having your own business. But anyway, even if you're working under a broker, you're still an independent contractor. that broker is likely not gonna give you business to go work. You gotta go get it. So
For those that don't know what a broker is, can you break that down for 'em?
okay, so what I am is a real estate broker. And what we do is we have agents that work under our brand, under our management, and those agents are independent contractors. Okay, and then the broker is the one who makes sure that they're well trained. You know, we keep accounting of the income that commissions that they make. You know, we help them understand and interpret contracts.
Yeah.
You know, we pretty much train them to be a high producing sales agent.
Yeah.
And you know, I sell myself too. You know, I didn't want to give up my book of business just to completely manage people, but so I sell also. You know, I list and work with buyers and sellers. So sometimes, you know, you can also sell as a broker. You just become the manager of the other agents too.
Yeah. So you had to be the mentor and show them the way. But it seemed like it was for a good thing too, because actually you elevating yourself too. If I understand real estate right, because it's like it's the level right there, and then you stepping up to that.
I mean, in any management position, if you are managing other people, you're probably more than likely going to make more money, right? You can be working for KFC. When you move into a management position and you start overseeing other people, you typically will make more money. So yeah, it works.
Then you see you got more stuff that you got to deal with.
Most definitely.
That's one of the reasons why I left what I was doing before. I got where I'm at now.
Definitely want to make sure the management that you're doing is something that you enjoy.
Yeah,
it's truly management.
Yeah, you know, if you don't want to deal with all that tedious paperwork and tedious people, then you might need to get really evaluate what you want to do.
Right.
But so I know like some of us trying to start out, and I be trying to preach this to my mama or something like too. Like, man, it'd be easy like to just put up a little bit of money and then like take that to the bank and show them something, or even having our own and trying to find a sale that somebody's ready to just get off of their house and just moving in that direction. If you want to like start in real estate, just purchasing your first house is what I seen, that you had to start somewhere and then learning the business there. But you actually took it a further step in learning it actually, and people ain't taking that step in actually that time to learn what they actually trying to do. Now, is that like a going to school type deal? You were saying you was just a...
I mean, not really, no. You can learn that on your own, you know, consuming the right information, let's say that. There is a whole bunch of information out there. People send me stuff about having a cemetery at your house, not having to pay taxes. I'm like, if I get that video one more time.
Seen that. They have so many seminars.
Like, don't pay your mortgage payment, do this and do this and do this. And it made completely no sense at all. So, I mean, it's very simple. It really, really is. You know, the internet, they try to overcomplicate it to sell you something. I mean, that's what I think anyway. But
you're not using it for that, though, because I see you jumped out there.
It's super simple, though. It really is. It's a pure buy low and sell high. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's
That's really, really it.
Just basically learning how to get in there and do that. And coming with your stuff together already.
Right.
All right, man. I know, man. I be trying to get us to get on that, man. I'm gonna talk to him after this on a plan that I got, man. Trying to get some bread together.
Okay, good.
But I had already talked to some of the other bros, and we trying to see if we can start something.
Right,
man.
and you definitely can.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely can.
Yeah, but you say you started this just trying to get your mama a house, and then it moved forward to you turning it into a full-fledged business where you got employees, and now y'all doing. I see y'all kicking it. Y'all like showing like a upper lifestyle that people want to be in.
Right.
And this is moving like, I ain't gonna say it like I guess I can put it like in a. You just showing like that it is possible, folks, for you to move up, learning your steps and doing this, and like we were saying on the last, on the first half, just putting your laziness to the side and actually getting up there, man, and doing it.
Yeah.
Because man, I know everybody's seeing like everybody moving into the fat houses, the nicer houses, and they're just not understanding like what it actually the process is. Because I remember like actually reaching out to you one time and then being sent to a broker, and then they just basically telling you with a mortgage lender, and then
Right.
basically trying to tell you like what all you need to be able to get that house.
Yep, and that's really the first step too, because unless you paying for a house cash, okay, cool, you pay cash, right? You can do whatever you want with it. You can pay however much you want with it. You paying cash, you the boss. But if you want to buy a house and you don't have all the cash, you got to go to a mortgage lender to get the rest of the cash.
Would you still go through a real estate agent
Yes.
even if you had the cash?
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Typically, if you don't have the cash, you need two people: a mortgage person, the person that's giving you the money, and then the realtor that's helping you with the house.
Yeah.
But if you buying cash, then you're getting rid of the mortgage side of it.
Yeah.
And you just still need a realtor.
Yeah, somebody. What is the realtor's part in that? Is just basically
Yeah,
showing the house, or
Everything with the physical house is what the realtor does. So they would take you to the house, help you get under contract on the house if you wish, explain the contract to you on what you required and not required to do. They can set up inspections for you. You'll go in the house, and a third party that you will pay for will do the inspections just to make sure it's structurally sound and all the electrical and stuff is working.
and that process is kind of
Well, I mean, it's a 1 day, 2-3 hours,
Yeah.
and he gives you a report. Now, if you go through the report and it's a whole lot wrong with the house, you can request for the seller to do that for you, or back out and go find another house.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the process,
Do a lot of people feel like they pressured to take that deal though? Just because of
No, not really.
Oh.
Not with me. I mean, not with us. I don't know what everybody else doing, but for us, absolutely not. I actually would rather a person back out of a house and buy something they don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And even, it's kind of, a detriment to that because they had to pay for the inspection. But I explain it like, I'd rather you spend $500-600 on inspection than buy a $300,000 house, and now you got a bigger problem than $500 or $600 too.
Yeah.
So we encourage, if the people feel any bit of uncomfortable or the negotiations ain't going well through the repairs, I'm like, hey, let's back out.
They not looking at you like that's your commission.
Right, no, because we're
They
gonna
not.
go find another house.
Is
We gonna get paid. I'm not. It's not at the end of the day too. It's not. The great agents. It's really not about us.
Yeah.
It's not about us. People are buying their biggest investment, their biggest single investment. So we really try to make it like, hey, if that's not what you want, hey, listen, let's go find something else, please. Because what happens is when they move into the house and something go wrong, they end up calling us anyway.
They gotta call you
And
back.
then we
huh?
kind of got to help them figure it out.
Oh yeah, so y'all work ain't done
Yeah,
like when
and
it's.
we already been paid.
So
I
I
don't
thought
like
that,
that
I
either.
thought it was
Yeah.
done. So you like
Nah,
y'all
I
ain't
want
getting paid
I want it to
again?
be done. I want you to be happy. I want you to love it. And then I want you to call me back in 3 to 5 years when you get ready to sell so I can sell it for you.
I got you.
We can get our profits out of it.
That's
and
how
then
you
can
keep
use
your
those
recurring
profits
customers.
for the next ones. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, absolutely.
We got Linda Jackson in here. She said she talking about you. She said you've been her real estate agent for 14 years, helping her
Hey,
with
Linda.
the purchase of several properties. Her knowledge in real estate is worth its weight in gold.
That's what's up.
She said, so listen up, y'all.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got people out here vouching. I mean, like I didn't already said that we already could see the work just because we see you. You like we didn't know you from school.
Right.
So you stepping out of a box that, that a lot of people might have been scared of, like I say, and they just didn't think that they could
Right.
obtain
That's
that
the most
knowledge in their
shocking
head.
part. That's the most shocking part. People don't think they can.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, you can, man. It's
You
just
really,
like-
really can.
It's just you got to get out your
Yeah.
own way.
You really do.
And you got to go ahead and just put that stuff on to use, man. Your brain is working for a reason.
Right.
You got to learn how to use it too.
Yep.
Now, what y'all done said to me, Big O? Oh, okay, y'all said we doing good. Let's go. I thought they sent a message like, "Ooh, you about to get banned again." They good at that. They good at that. So, I would imagine that you done been to like a lot of like what do they call them, like the real estate type mingle parties or whatever, where y'all
Early in my career, I was a frequent at
So-
those. Yes.
those are some of the is that to be considered like when you going to the seminars as well, or just
Yes. I still do seminars often.
Yeah.
Like I went to 2 or 3 seminars just this year. Got another one in November. I do that because I want to keep myself abreast with mortgage trends,
Yeah.
new loan products,
Yeah.
things like that. Because if I have a client in that situation, I can still help them instead of saying, you can't get a loan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I do go to seminars. I'm constantly educating myself. I don't know everything.
Yeah.
I feel like I know a lot, especially in this business, but sometimes things change. Like, for example, in August, we had a law change. Well, I would say a law, but it's not. A National Association of Realtors came down with a rule that said if you show properties, you got to have something signed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can't even
As
use
far as
an
what?
agent. The agent has to outline how she's paid to you in writing prior to you looking at a house. Now, is everybody following that right now? I don't think so, because I know quite a few agents have been showing houses without an agreement.
That's a
But it's
state thing?
national.
Oh, okay. So it's a federal thing.
Yep. National.
Then.
Yep. If you're in Massachusetts, you can be in Alabama, you can be in Florida. You need to have an agreement signed with an agent prior to showing a home.
Yeah.
And the agreement says, hey, this is how I'm paid. The seller can pay me, you can pay me as the buyer, or a combination of the two, right? And then you will know what the fee is ahead of time going into a property if that's what you discuss with your agent.
So that's those other folks trying to make sure they getting paid too.
Right. I mean,
they got their hand in it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They said that, man, you can't be doing all this work and leaving us out. That's Uncle Sam, them cousin.
Yeah,
that's
most definitely.
Uncle Steve.
Yep. But I really say that to say that, like, this is why I try to keep myself educated, because things change, in our market too.
Is there anything new that you could tell, like something that have changed as far as that was different from last year and
the interest rates?
Everybody
Everybody know about them right now.
Yeah.
They're starting to come down though, so.
That's well, I got a question as far as because they were saying that they when the COVID stuff came around and they wanted a lot of people to stop paying their mortgage and doing all this stuff just because they was trying to get like some type of relief money and all of that. Just tell them that that's not what they were supposed to be doing. I didn't know how to ask you that question.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Those relief funds were for tenants and mortgage, people that were having a hard time. Had been furloughed, been laid off.
Yeah.
You could put the assistance in to get it then. And also, too, tenants was taking advantage because they couldn't be evicted during that time, too. So it was definitely hairy. I'm thankful that those times are gone. Because guess what happened when the mortgage, when the people stopped paying the rent, right? And you couldn't be evicted, right? If you had a government-backed loan on your home, you couldn't be evicted. So only the owners who own the house free and clear could evict somebody. Okay, so if you had a government-backed loan on your house,
that's why you had
couldn't be evicted.
That's why you had those videos of those people that was walking around in their nightgown and living there with people during that time and saying that she couldn't put them out.
Oh yes,
because of that.
Very highly likely. Yeah, it was crazy.
That is
we managed too. We managed properties for other owners, so it was me who was having to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
When people didn't pay, but they would fill out and get the assistance, and then the assistance check would be mailed to us so we could pay the owners.
Yeah.
But it took 2-3 months to get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guess who still had to make the mortgage payment if you had a mortgage on the house?
Yeah.
The owner did. Those 3 months while you was there. But fast forward to now, guess what happened? Rent's like tripled.
Yeah.
Those $500 places is like $1,100 now.
How is people still able to
Right.
do all that with still making the same type of money?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie, I don't even know.
They not.
I do not know. I don't know.
They not giving you a call and like, Isha.
No,
we
I do have tenants that pay late.
Yeah.
Or tenants that, hey, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
A lot of times they do come up with it. A lot of times they really, really do. The ones that don't come up with it usually end up getting evicted. I don't know from there. I don't know like where they go or what happens. I don't know.
Somebody for the money.
I don't know.
So
it's definitely shocking to have the income still be low.
Yeah.
And then the rent rates are high.
Yeah, because we ain't making no money, man. They still got to pay everything.
Right.
Man, I don't know how people be doing it either.
Right, I don't either. Those are the people that need it.
Well, I can say you probably miss a meal or two.
Oh yeah. Somebody missing the meal might not be them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, I done been there before, man. I just say, man, sometimes you got to skip something to get to something.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. Y'all could take that in any
That little
aspect.
nugget.
Yeah. Use that. Now, doing real estate, would you just consider, like if somebody wanted to start getting into it, would you say that they need to be I need to rent some, or I need to just be more on the seller side of it?
Okay, so when you get into real estate, you can get into real estate many, many different ways. You can be an owner, like a landlord that rents the properties, like an investor, or you can, sell to the public. I do a combination of both. But if I was recommended for somebody that wanted to get into both, I mean, the first thing, if you want to sell to the public, you need to go get a license, right? Each state has a real estate school that you can Google, and you'll find a local or online school that will test you, right? And you pass the test in the class, then you're eligible to take the state exam, and you have to pass the state exam.
Okay.
And then when you do that, you need to go get your fingerprints done, so you can turn it in.
Damn, they
The
want
commission.
everything.
Oh, yeah, because they don't want the public riding around with sex offenders. Yeah, you can't have a felony in Oklahoma and have a real estate license. I mean, I don't know what they do
So
with the felony after you have the license. I don't know.
These are
What they
things
do
that y'all
about
need
that.
to know.
Yeah, but I've had girls that got caught up in something and ended up with a small nonviolent felony and went through the real estate school, and they ain't gonna tell you. Oh yeah, you can't be, because they don't want to lose members. People that sign up for their school probably. So she got all the way through the thing. She said, "Man, y'all just now found out," and I was like, "Dang,
She done went through all that.
Yep. And so that's a lot of times they will not tell you, but. Once you turn in your application to the real estate commission, they approve you, then you need to go find a broker.
So you said they can't be a felon, huh?
No.
Riding around here.
Now, I don't know what happens if you already licensed and then you become a felon. I don't know about that, but I know before you can't get a license.
I would imagine they be trying to snatch something, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was just saying, man, because they don't like to giving their stuff away, man. They like to be in control a lot of it.
Yeah.
Man.
But anyway, once you pass the test, and you're eligible to sell, you need to go find a broker. Every realtor has to work under a broker. And the broker is the one who trains, and does everything. So, like large box brokerages, you can join one of them. You can join a smaller brokerage. You can almost go wherever you like when you want to sell. But I recommend selling. I would say you probably need to go ahead and sell at least 5 houses before you start investing. What worked for me is when I started selling, I started working with investors that was looking to buy, right? And I went and found a house.
Yeah.
And I ran the numbers. It looked like it was right in their box. They buy box. They bought it. They flipped it, right? And then they gave it back to me. I put it on the market for the higher price and sold it. And guess what? At closing, I'm like, well, how much was your repairs? Right? I seen what the house looked like before.
Yeah.
Right? They told me, I only spent maybe 40, 45. Okay. So in my head, I'm doing the math. Oh, okay. He made 60,000, something like that. So when you do that, when you work with someone, you kind of go through the process with them, it makes it way easier to do it on your own.
So you saying that you could just be a buyer out here too? Do you still gotta have your real estate agent license for that too?
Nope.
So get your money up, folks.
Yeah.
It's different avenues.
Yeah, you definitely could. When you want to do the investment side, I always recommend when people are wanting to invest, they need to buy their first home first. Okay. Now, if you're in a special situation where maybe you are a grown adult that graduated from college and you still with your mom and you got $40,000 saved, okay, cool, let's buy a house for investment, right? Because it's not a bad idea to stay at home, right? Continue stacking that money. You're not married, you might not have any kids, and then buy a rental home or build yourself a small portfolio before you buy your own personal home.
Yeah.
Only in those circumstances I recommend, okay, let's go get an investment first.
Yeah.
But if you paying rent somewhere, you need to go buy you a house first before you go invest. Number one, because you're going to get some money from a tenant just to turn around and give it to the owner of your house where you stay, right? So I would say buy something first.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one of them, man. I've been trying to talk some folks in. I tell you, my own folks, man, because I've been doing a lot of renting. Yeah. And shoot, I'm trying to get away from it. I want my own, but the stuff you got to go through, man.
Okay, so let me tell you what you can do to get qualified. If you have a 600 credit score, so really if you got Credit Karma is going to give you 2 of your scores. Usually you can go download the Experian app to get the 3rd one. Out of all 3 of your scores, whichever number in the middle is considered the FICO score, that's the score they will qualify you on. That number, if it's a 600, right, and you got 10% down on that, whatever the house costs, 10% of whatever the house costs, then you can buy, right? If you have a 640, right, then you only need 3.5% down generally, of the house price. So $100,000 house, $3,500, okay? You know, on 3.5% down, and then you can probably get down payment assistance if you have a 640 credit score, where they will pay for the $3,500 for you, okay? And then you only need money for closing costs.
And this is all being applied through the bank?
Right. Yes, the bank is going to give you, if you're doing a 3.5% loan, the bank is going to give you the other like 97.5% or 96.5% of the loan.
Ain't there some people outside of the bank that you was talking about that do those type of things too, though?
Yeah, oh yeah. You can find lenders anywhere, but you want to pay attention to the terms that you get to know, okay, one lender to another, your payment could be $100 difference.
Yeah.
You know, and you will need an agent, experienced agent, to be able to say, hey, give me the good faith estimate. Let me do a side-by-side comparison. You come here to the office, and I'm going to show you what the difference is. You see? So sometimes the lender will make the interest rate a little bit higher, right, to pay some of the fees for you.
Yeah.
Okay? That's how they pay the fees for you, is they raise the rate. You know, it's all kinds of different things you can do.
Yeah.
Generally, though, if you're using down payment assistance is going to set your rate, okay? Because it's free money, but it's really not free. So you're going to get a higher rate if you use a down payment assistance program, right? But they're going to give you all the money.
Yeah.
I would do that every day of the week. I don't care what the rate is.
Especially they're going to break you off.
Right. And then the closing costs are charges that go to the lender, because the lender essentially is selling you the money, right? So you got to pay the lender to give you the money. Then you have, they're going to collect ahead of time for your taxes and your insurance, right? They're going to put those in what's called an escrow account, because when you start making your payments, they don't want you to fill that escrow account starting from zero. They want you to fill that escrow account starting from whatever they collected at closing, right? That way, if, catastrophic, something come through, a hurricane, whatever, tornado, and tear your house up, your insurance already paid.
Yeah.
You already paid it up front. You know, you months ahead, more than what you started making your first payment for.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Okay, so closing costs include charges to the lender, prepaids for insurance and taxes, stuff like that, right? Down payment is your skin in the game with the bank, right? You're less likely to foreclose on that property if you took some cash out of your own pocket and gave it to the bank, right? So that's kind of what your down payment is. Now, of course, you can get down payment assistance that could pay that for you too, but in return, you get a little higher rate for that. Now, right now, in our Oklahoma market, a lot of sellers are willing to pay closing costs. A seller can pay closing costs for you. They can't pay down payment.
Yeah.
So you see where I'm going with this? Down payment assistance, closing costs paid. You get in the house even now for like $1,000.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot if you have at least a 640 credit score.
So it's about who you know as well, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, too, like cities like Midwest City, they have their own down payment assistance program. Sometimes they're a little sweeter than like the
Where
county
are you
one.
applying for this stuff at?
I will tell you where to apply.
Yeah.
Yep. Usually you need to look up the community action agency in your town. That's where you find the money.
Yeah, I heard my uncle speak about them before on the community action side.
Okay, go ahead, Pop.
Do you have your own podcast or information place?
I mean, you can follow me on social media. I go
hard on
live.
social media.
A lot.
I mean,
Hey, Pop, do you remember from back in the day?
Yeah.
But this is my thing.
Okay.
This is my thing. I don't want to steal his show.
Go ahead, Pop. It's your show, man.
Your ass is on top of the game, man. I mean, he's asked you stuff, and you haven't took a deep breath. You hadn't had
I feel like I'm talking to
man. Your shit is professional.
Yeah, that's why I said I see him.
I mean, man, I'm impressed, man.
I am too, man.
I am impressed.
Give her a flower.
Not taking a deep breath. You ain't had to think
God
about
damn it.
nothing.
Yes, sir.
He's asked stuff. I mean, you got answers, man.
It's like she was already PR
I mean,
trained.
yeah, it's like you gave her questions, and she studied for the shit. I mean, it's impressive.
Hey, 15 years I've been doing this full time.
Yeah, I heard it.
But I know people that's been 15, 20 years in their game, and they can't do their game. Dude, this is impressive. I mean, I feel like the show is doing something impressive just by you.
It is. It's been people in here this whole time watching her.
Yes. I mean,
You know what they had that home doing?
Look,
Writing it on down, man.
Thank you.
do you have your own information channel that people can watch? They just follow you on social media.
Okay.
Tell them where they can find you.
Okay, so you would follow me on social media. I've been putting the information on there for years, y'all. I got thousands of videos from 15 years ago where I've done lives, I've done videos, I've screenshotted something and shared it. Generally, I just share on my social media, and that's Thunder Realty underscore CEO, just in case anybody want to add. Instagram, Facebook, all of that. The name of my company is Thunder Team Realty. You can follow us there. We kind of add on there who's our top producer of the month and properties that we have for lease or for sale there too. So, but I don't know. Y'all just never. The podcast seems so like. Look at all this equipment you guys. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm just selling houses, okay?
We don't have half of what we need.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I understand that. Yeah, well, maybe y'all can help me too. Maybe one day I can get something going. I got a little empty space in my office too. Everybody's like, you should make this a podcast.
Yeah.
I looked into buying this stuff and I was like, really super techie like that.
Well, we have been talking about shooting people's podcasts, as well too. We're just trying to get the rest of our equipment together.
That would be dope.
That way, if anybody needed help with that, you can do it yourself, or you can put another black business on.
I surely don't mind to pay. I will definitely pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
Well,
Thank you though.
But it's.
I appreciate it.
I feel
appreciate
honored because I've known y'all since y'all were kids.
Yeah, Pop.
Yeah.
Looking at us grow up.
Hey, they don't remember Blockbuster. Come on, come through.
Y'all listen. They keep talking about Blockbuster, y'all, because I worked at Blockbuster for like my entire high school career.
Yep. That's why we was kicking it up there.
Yeah, they would come up and hang out and get me in trouble half the time. Like, yeah, definitely.
Facts.
Yeah.
For the youngins, this is before Netflix days.
Boy,
this
Blockbuster ain't even
Netflix.
open no more. They made a movie about Blockbuster. It's so accurate.
It is.
It's so accurate.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. I think I might have seen that.
I would have never thought Blockbuster would have went out of business.
On me,
Never.
but
Shocked.
the phones took over,
Yeah,
and they had people just doing this all day long. So
hey, and that's why you need to be constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can I ask? I got a question. Okay, we own Blockbuster, and we on the cusp of seeing the ever revolving door of AI.
Okay.
Is that one of the safe proof businesses to be in is real estate? Do you see AI integrating at all in your field of work?
Yes, I do actually. In the capacity of when you go under contract on the property, right? You will pay for two things up front. You'll pay for your earnest money. That'll go to the title company, just shows you serious, solidify your contract, right? And then you will pay for an appraisal. Your lender will collect that money. Appraiser is an actual person that will go to the house, measure, take pictures, and send a 22-page report back to your lender to see if the house is worth the price you agreed to pay, right? So I think appraisers are going to be replaced by AI. Yep. And I actually hope
because then
you're an appraiser.
It'll be more accurate too. Then
also too, we're starting to. I think in the next maybe like 2 or 3 years, we're gonna have a picture of the inside of everybody's house. The realtors get professional pictures done of. Well, I do. I get professional pictures done of a house when I list it.
Yeah.
So it's professional pictures online to see what the condition look like. Yeah. Also, it removes the bias. Okay, because it definitely happens. But it removes the bias. Like, hey, what's the real price, man? Like, also, too, some of the appraisal reports are so convoluted sometimes. They just make up. I mean, how do you say that a house next door to you with 2.5 baths and your house only got 2 baths? All right, I'm going to take off 10 grand. Okay, well, where you get 10 grand from? Only missing a half a bath,
Toilet costs $5,000.
Like, I can install a half bath for 7 or 8, 9, like, where you get 10? So that's the part that... I hope that AI comes in and it becomes a more faster process too, because generally the reason why you have to wait 30 days to close is because you need 3 weeks for the appraisal. So if AI come in, you can probably get appraisal back in 2 hours. That means somebody can actually close on their house in 2-3 weeks. I would welcome that. I would really, really welcome.
Maybe that's what they talking about by, them coming in and doing everybody's job, and then you have just that world money to just give everybody because the best they doing everything, and we ain't gotta do nothing no more. I'm like, what is that gonna make us as a people then?
Well, I mean, that field of work is in Oklahoma anyway is really difficult to even get into. Yeah. For lack of a better word, it really is a good old boy system to be an appraiser. Yeah. You have to have somebody that will let you apprentice or train under them for like 2-3 years. You need like tons of hours. But guess what? They're not gonna train you. They won't. They training their sons. Yep. They training their grandkids.
That nepotism comes
Yeah. It makes it really, really, really difficult. In my entire career, y'all only know 2 black appraisers.
For real?
Wow.
2.
Y'all hear it, man.
And one of of them is retired.
Well, it's time to come in and change the game,
Yeah,
man.
so I'm like, that bias is there.
Damn.
Unfortunately, not every appraiser is going to be upfront honest about what it really is worth.
Yeah.
I've experienced appraisal bias many times.
You saying like they'll put a higher price
No,
on
they'll
it or
put a
something?
lower price.
A lower price.
Yes, a lower price.
To-
A significantly lower price.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they almost they can kill your deal. Like the bank is not going to give you more money than the appraiser says it's worth. So if contractually you agree to $100,000, the appraiser come in and say, nah, it's only worth 80.
Yeah. Took
The
out
seller
20.
like, nah, where my other 20 grand?
Yeah.
I want the whole 100 that we originally agreed to. And if the bank won't loan the buyer more than the appraiser says it's worth, you're only getting 80 from the bank.
Well, shit, just tell
So
you.
you might not be able to afford that house anymore with 20. You need 20 grand to make up the difference for So that's how they able to kill. They killing it by undervaluing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just tell them to put that half bag in, a half bag for 20,000.
No. I put the half in, had that appraiser come back out, still don't get the value. You hear me? Yeah.
So, what is some of the things that people should look for as far as when they trying to look for a agent or a broker?
Okay, so first thing you're gonna look for an agent. Okay, mostly too the brokers they will probably still take you as a client because I will. But if you like in another state or something, you really want to look for an agent. Okay. First off, a lot of the statistic is that people will hire the first agent they sit down with, or the first agent that shows up to show me the house. That's who I'm working with. That's typically how business has been done. But if you want to be a savvy buyer, and what I would do if I wasn't in this field, I'm interviewing. I want to sit down with you. I want to see where you work. I want to see what what your schedule is. What days are you off? Because at the end of the day, an agent is an independent contractor. So I want to say, how many houses have you sold in the last year? Okay, because are you experienced enough for me? Because I'm telling you.
Could you fact check these folks too, like that too?
That might not be a bad idea.
I mean, because how would you know?
The only way you will be able to fact check somebody is to have another realtor fact check that. Or sometimes too on Zillow, they show how many of your recent sales you've had. So you could probably fact check it there. Just look their name up on Zillow and see 12 months past sales. It's a number right there. So if they be like, oh, I did 10, and Zillow only say 3.
Yeah. You lying.
Maybe those was off market deals or
trust Zillow. It's an AI program.
Right.
Shit.
I am definitely not giving clout to Zillow. Agents hate Zillow. Let me tell you, we hate it.
That's because they
really do.
They be selling the houses right there.
Go to a different website. Do not use Zillow. It's inaccurate.
Zillow be selling them houses right there, boy. They be like, man, I got you for $2,000, man. Come get this 4-bedroom.
For real. And it be a listing from 2001.
Instagram, I'm about to lose you. Y'all gonna have to go to the YouTube, man. My phone about to die.
Man, excellent show. Keep it going.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
We need more.
No, I was just trying to.
We need
just trying to keep him in there, man. We coming down to the last of it. Now my phone's about to die. Look like.
Come on now. Hey.
All right. So I think you kind of answered it, but I was just basically trying to see like what would a deceitful real estate person be trying to get over on a person?
They would be pushy. They would try to hurry up and get you to buy something. They would not explain the numbers on how much you're paying for the house or how much money you need down. They would recommend you to a lender that was also shady. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the agents don't know that the lender is shady, but if you talk to your agent about that and they still be like, oh, you can still use him, that would throw a red flag for me. If the agent is not available to look at houses during my schedule, if what we talked about in our initial consultation was not happening, that would kind of be some shady practices. I would look on the Real Estate Commission website, see if they've ever been complained on or if they've ever had to pay a fine for something. And then I really want to talk more to them about their experience. Like, okay, how many deals have you done on market, right? Like, so I can know, or at least, you need at least 10. Okay, you need at least 10 to be like, okay, she halfway know what she's talking about. Okay, so I mean, you got to start somewhere, of course, but for me, if I'm buying $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 house, that's expensive. I want to make sure the person I'm hiring knows more than me.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
you don't want to go in there with a half
cock
knowing something about somebody. Man, you're gonna waste a lot of money.
Yep. Also, another thing too, I would always have my own agent. Okay, so every real estate transaction generally has a buyer's agent and a seller's agent. So there's an agent that works for the seller.
Oh, so you saying that they already got somebody lined up?
Yes, that means I've put your house on the market. I took pictures of it. I'm marketing it to get a ready, willing, and able buyer, right? So when I do that, that's when I get paid. But generally, some people come to the listing agent to buy the house, thinking they're gonna get some kind of deal, or oh, I'm gonna go just buy it direct. I would not do that. I would go and have my own agent anyway. Okay.
They can add that extra on
Right,
there.
right. I mean, I've seen so many more deals where people get got by the listing agent that was working for the seller and trying to get a sale out of you. Crazy.
Yeah.
And then another thing I would do too, I want to make sure I have an inspection. So I'm going to talk to my agent about what she think about inspections, who she hire. Okay, who do you recommend I use for my inspections? I'm gonna go look them up, see what their stars are or something. Something like that.
That's your fact check right there.
Yeah, so a lot of times you'll have the agent and the inspector in cahoots, right? And oh yeah, it is water damage up to here, but nobody said nothing because they friends. You see, so and it's wise too to go get your own inspector. Find somebody in the phone book that you can hire that you trust, to inspect it too. So that's another red flag.
It's all about them second opinions, third and fourth.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to trust that one person, what she's saying.
Right.
But you can trust her. Make sure we put that out there. She ain't doing no bad business.
Right.
I say you been growing, man, and we're gonna big up you again, man. We definitely want to give you your flowers on her, man, just because we didn't see you, man, just from us coming up, man.
Just transition,
man. It's just lovely,
man.
To
real estate.
Yeah, man.
Transition, man.
And you actually showing people, like, man, like. I know a lot of these women want to live like the Joneses, man. You can live like that, man, with a little bit of hard work, man. And like she said, she had 15 years in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just gonna come just off of your first year, y'all.
Yep.
You got to do your work,
and
man.
learn it. Yeah, it took me like 3-4 years of selling before I even started investing. That's pretty much going to college, really. I helped many investors for like little to nothing.
There was a lot of losing too, though, in the investment part.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've lost some deals. I don't feel like you really celebrate the wins until you have a loss for sure. But
yeah, because you ain't gonna know what that win is.
Yeah. I definitely invested in something and lost some money.
See, last week he talked about internet income, and I brought up that people, because of AI, automation, all that robotics and all that shit, that people are going to lose their jobs. It's going to become a different economy.
Right.
And people are going to have to buy their own homes. I mean, that's going to be part of you investing in yourself, because you're going to get probably a basic income from somewhere. It's like I watched that HGTV and they do this international home buyers, and it was a girl leaving Switzerland and she was going to France. And she had a basic budget, and when she went through her basic budget, I guess this is what happens in Europe, that they get a basic income from the government, because she was like, I get a certain amount, so I want my rent
to be under that amount,
right? Because I want to go from leaving Switzerland, I'm coming to France to be a photographer.
Okay.
See, and to me, that's what's going to happen with this economy. Because like you just had the Teamsters going on strike because we don't want robotics. Well, that shit's coming. It's coming for the truckers. It's coming for the Teamsters. You go in Walmart, everything's self-serve. I mean, you
self-serve online with the doctor now.
Right. All of this shit is coming.
Truck driving,
so
self-driving.
I don't think you would want to get stuck paying rent.
Right.
You would want some kind of investment. So.
Right. And we are definitely already there now. You do not want to get stuck paying rent.
Yeah.
You don't want to get stuck paying rent because the rent is going to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to put yourself in a mortgage as soon as you are financially able, quickly.
Do you see a lot of these corporations buying houses in Oklahoma? Okay.
Oh yeah, they're buying them.
Okay.
Yeah. But they in the grand scheme of things, I hear a lot of, online chats for real estate and stuff. People are like, they're going to buy all the houses and they're the ones that, not really. They're not buying that many houses.
There's still a lot of houses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still a lot of houses. Out of all the houses, they're probably buying like 1%.
Do you dive into that, like that tax buy too? Like the tax.
Oh yeah. I got one right now. I got bought at the sheriff's sale or tax sale. Yep, I do sheriff's sale, tax sale. That's actually one of the videos that I had on my Instagram that went viral, and I picked up like 6,000 followers off of that one video. It was about auctions, sheriff's sale auctions, tax lien auctions. Those are for, I wouldn't go to one of them unless I already had like 2-3 houses.
Yeah.
Okay, because those is buying stuff sight unseen. Sometimes during the auction.
To inspect those?
Oh no! You might get to walk
you
through.
see them people you looking in the window.
That's it.
That's all they was
Oh,
doing.
yeah. I bought one like that when me and my husband, we looked through the window. We was like, oh, well, man, it's such a deal. Let's go for it. And we went in there and it was gorgeous. We was like, oh, yes. We felt like we won, It was a duplex too, and how we were able to get it cheap. I knew that it was a duplex just because of the designation on county assessor, but I don't think everybody at the auction knew. So we was like heavy bidding on it because we knew it was 2 units. And man, it was so nice on the inside. We barely had to do anything to it. We sold that bad boy. So yeah, we buy tax sale, sheriff sale. Sometimes you can go to an auctioneer and they have auctions, like if they, like the Kill here in Oklahoma, they send out the postcards about what they have that they're auctioning off.
Anybody can get that list and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, it's public.
To do flips.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, how does the flip process work?
Okay, same thing. Buy low, sell high. That's all it is to a flip. The only part where people get messed up on flips is they don't know how much the repairs are. Right. Yeah, that's where you get upside down. And also, you want to buy it for a cheaper price than what it's worth and account for the repairs.
You have to get the repairs and stuff inspected and all that.
Oh, yeah. When the buyer come through, they going to inspect it.
Is it wise to get like a team?
Because that's
already have every aspect covered?
Yes, I have a client that flips and she don't even touch the house. She got a contractor, and then project manager. Okay, the project manager manages like the contractor. So the project manager go in there and do everything, and she just come and inspect. And then when we put it on the market and we get ready to sell it, then the buyer will have their own inspections. And we might have a punch list from there. Gotcha. But yeah, you can even build a house from the ground up and without touch. I mean, I got a client that does that too. Project manager, contractor, they go in there and they build a brand new house. Yep, I got one on the market right now.
I got my aunt Deanna in the building, Aunt Didi in the building. She said a mortgage is the best thing you can do for yourself.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Sure is.
We definitely trying to get there, man.
Yep, definitely is.
Trade Oos is on the way.
Can they get you to come back one day?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now I ain't gonna tell the story about how I roughed him up at our class reunion, okay?
go ahead, man.
He is too cool.
She was on me, man.
I was on him.
She was like, why the hell I ain't been on the podcast?
I was like, I done seen everybody and their mama on this show except for me. I'm like, nah, we too cool for that.
Hey, this shit getting ready to go viral. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause I know I got my clips. I'm like, shit. It's like I need to hire.
Like for real, follow me, DM me if you got some additional questions about what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
please.
tell them where they can follow you and everything.
Follow me at
again,
Realty_CEO. That's my name on Facebook and Instagram. I think I even got a TikTok now too. Follow me on TikTok. Sometimes I post, the same thing on every platform. Sometimes I do more personal stuff, maybe on TikTok. But I'm mixing it up a lot, really.
You gotta follow to find out.
Yeah, please.
That's what we be saying. You gotta be watching.
Find out. They missed out on this one. They missed out on some shiz now.
Yeah, this is a dope ass show, man. As always, man. It. I'm gonna say sorry for us as a group, man. We didn't do a lot of reaching out to folks whenever we started this. Is folks started reaching out to us because
I did right.
Yeah, yeah, you got it. You definitely did right, man. Because I was telling everybody, man, you just got to really get in line because it took off faster than what we expected.
That's what's up too.
So people hitting us up, and we, like I say, man, we appreciate all y'all, man, for doing that, man, because y'all helping us out a lot, man, and making it come into fruition.
Any ideas what you gonna call the show?
I don't know. I ain't never said this out loud, but I'm about to tell y'all on this show today.
You already got
it. Okay, so I have another Facebook page. For real, I got another Facebook page that I started. I got another Facebook and Instagram page that I started with hopes of being able to just do more online. It's called Foundations for Real Estate. And I was like, my dream is to be able to sell stuff online. So this is kind of like right up my alley today. Yes, I have a product. A product. It's called Real Estate Cue Cards. It's actually pinned on my Instagram. And what it is helps agents know what to say when they're prospecting.
Oh my goodness.
So
Boy, I
that's
tell
something
you.
that I kind of.
Thunderclap.
Right.
Talk about that's what happened when you put your mind to work.
Yeah, so I'm trying. I got a little Shopify store, and
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I really want to sell products. You know, I have some ebooks that I made too, and I just don't even. I was thinking maybe using the ebooks to do an upsell for the products. I don't know. So I'm definitely trying to make that work.
What's crazy is we just went over that. That's like our incomes. Yeah, remember we was talking about on the internet show.
Oh yeah.
It was like people doing ebooks and books. And
So we could have put it out at the same way. Yeah.
I made like 10 ebooks.
Nice.
Yeah, you see them. Our minds is working the same right here.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm trying to.
But
like that too.
I guess we're gonna have to figure out when we can schedule this again, man. Because it'd be too much information that people be needing to know, and we can definitely do better at letting them know that who's coming in too. And what we got? Sheena Tillman in her. She put it in the chat. She said Thunder Realty _ CEO.
Hey, shout out to Sheena.
Let's go, man. Shout out to you, man.
Girl.
That's what we talking about. That's how you support, and that's how you move it around. This is all we be talking about, man.
Sheena's actually one of my agents too.
That's what's up, man. Keep it going, man. Ain't nothing like putting your own up, man, and it didn't hurt nothing, I bet, man. to do that, man. Shout out to you for doing that, man. Some of y'all need to take notes, man, because we actually need y'all in this shit. We can't do it without you, man. That's why we doing a live people interactions.
Right.
So come on and tap in with everybody, man, that's trying to get on the boat of what they trying to get on, man. It's just get your lazy ass up and press a button and like a person and put your ego to the side and stop bullshitting.
That's it.
Amen.
All right. Make sure y'all go like us on Durka Durka Podcast, man. And subscribe, turn that noti on. Do all that, man. We need y'all, like I say, man. Instagram, I had to shut that down, man. But y'all make sure y'all tap in there, DM Creation. And we got Big O still going live as always. That's DDC4L and Dirty D85.
Yes,
I be forgetting my shit sometime, man. Because they like to ban me a lot. But, man, it's been a dope one, man. Like I said, we tap in. We're going to get our schedules together, see when we can do this again, man. And we can see if we get more interactions from the folks. Because I know they got a lot to ask and say and questions, all that. She said, Aunt Didi said she is the real deal. Great knowledge.
Great knowledge.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's what I'm saying, man. As always, though, we already knew it, though, man, because like I said, man, we already see you, man. We proud of you ourselves, man. We're going to tell you, man, because growing up with you, I'm going to say thank you. We learned a lot, and we was able to experience life with you, and I appreciate that. And appreciate you coming through, too, man, because I know you was going through something.
Boy, I was not feeling good today. Not feeling good.
Yeah.
So I made it through, though.
Yeah, that's why I said.
A dope-ass show.
A dope show, man.
Dope-ass show.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that shit is fire.
Yeah, but y'all make sure y'all go follow sis, man. That's Thunder Realty CEO.
Yep,
_ CEO. Make sure y'all tap in with her, man. If you got questions, man, don't hurt her, man. But ask away, man.
Please do. I don't mind.
She ain't tripping, man.
Yep.
So y'all make sure y'all tap in everywhere that we say, man, and even support all these people that's coming on here, man. This is a platform for the people, man. So make sure y'all support yourselves. And on that note, you got anything else you want to leave me out with?
Nope.
It's your boy Dirty.
It's your boy Trey.
Bye.
It's Isha Boo, and we is out.
B brothers, what's up? F gang, what's up?
Big O. My phone about to die. I usually stay on with y'all, but I'm so sorry. Gotta go. Dope. Make sure y'all tap in next week.